Hey, what's up? It's Taylor, and in this video, I'm going to be taking you through module number 1 of my complete step-by-step Amazon launch checklist. Let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, I'm Taylor, the Ecom RN. I started selling on Amazon in 2023. I went on to do over $100,000 profit in my first year. I currently do about $35,000 a month, and I want to show you how to do the same. All right, this is the complete launch sequence checklist that I've been working on. It's a little project of mine. Essentially, this is what I would do step by step if I was starting from scratch selling on Amazon today. I thought you guys might like it, so let me know if you do. Let me know if you want any other alterations made to it in the comments, and I'll be sure to accommodate them. But let's get into it. Okay, before I go too far, I would just like to remind you that if you get your hands on this checklist, please make a copy of this outline and check off the steps as you go on your own copy so that it doesn't, alter the main template. All right, so with that out of the way, let's get into module 1 here, creating your budget and setting goals. Okay, so I know maybe this isn't everyone's favorite thing in the world. Everyone wants to just hear about how to make money on Amazon, but I do think it's very important to understand your current budget and to have a very clear vision for what you want your future to be so that you can set concrete goals and move forward to achieve those goals, right? If you don't know where you're going, it's going to be hard to get there. So that's what this step is all about. So the first thing to do is to determine your current budget. And the homework associated with this is going to be read The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss or watch a little summary. I highly recommend this book. I actually have it right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. This was a great read. Definitely gave me a lot of inspiration as I started out on my entrepreneurial journey. So I highly recommend it. And essentially what Tim Ferriss goes through in this book is how to set a budget and then some exercises for how to set goals and essentially work backwards from those goals to determine what you actually need to make and what you actually need to budget for. So I think it's a pretty good exercise. So the first thing you'll do here after reading the book is go to this expense calculator. And don't worry, you don't need to sign up for any newsletter. And don't worry, I'm not affiliated with Tim Ferriss in any way. He doesn't know I'm making this video, and this is not an affiliate link. But essentially, you're going to input all your current expenses: heating, rent, insurance, groceries, transportation, all of your expenses. And you're going to get the total down here. And then you're going to create this buffer. Okay. And I think this is a great idea. This is essentially a 30% buffer on your budget to account for any expenses that are above and beyond what you estimated, and to give you a little wiggle room. So that is the first homework item after reading the book. The next thing you'll do is work on setting some goals. And I really liked Tim Ferriss's dreamlining exercise. Here's an example of it. I'll pull up right now just to show you what I talk about because it's a little hard to explain. All right, so here's an example Dreamline template, and we'll start over here on the left. And basically you're gonna say in 6 months here for your first one, and then you're gonna do this over again and you're gonna put in 12 months, right? So you're gonna do this twice, a 6-month dreamline and a 12-month dreamline. So in 6 months, I dream of, and you're gonna fill these in, several things that you dream of having, several things that you dream of being, and several dreams that you dream of doing. Then you're going to come over and you're going to put in the costs that you estimate associated with those things. You're going to basically go through this calculation here. It'll show you the amount of money that you're going to need. And then this is important. You're going to put in steps that you can do. So these are not like he says steps for now. He means it. These are steps you're going to take today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Preferably in the next 5 minutes, something you're going to do immediately. Now, this doesn't have to be anything crazy, as we'll see in the example, but this is powerful because it gets the ball rolling. This is pretty much the idea behind this checklist that I've set up. You'll notice the homework items are not particularly long or tricky. They're just steps so that you can keep chipping away at your progress and keep moving forward towards your goals. So you'll do steps that you're going to take right now, steps that you'll take tomorrow, and steps that you'll take the day after. That's it. No, you don't get a week to do this stuff, okay? You got to start taking action now. So what does this actually look like when you fill it in. Here he says, in 6 months, I dream of having an Aston Martin, Go board, I don't even know what that is, a personal assistant, full kendo armor. That's pretty legit. He dreams of being flexible, a best-selling author, fluent in Greek, and an excellent cook. And he dreams of selling a TV show, visit the Croatian coast, and find a smart and gorgeous girlfriend. Amen. Here he goes. He starts breaking down some of these costs, right? He goes and he finds the Aston Martin that he wants. And he goes, well, how much is it to lease this? Okay, it's $2,003 a month to lease. He wants a personal assistant. What is that? $5 an hour for 80 hours is going to be $400. Great. So he puts that cost here, $2,403. Then he selects this one here, could become a best-selling author, sell 2,000 copies per week. Then we have step 3, doing his top one here was visit the Croatian coast. So he goes and looks, okay, how much is round trip airfare and how much am I going to spend on rent in Croatia? And he adds it up. Okay. Then he goes over here and he puts those target monthly incomes in. So you can see he reaches $5,937. He divides it by 30. And that's his target daily income. All right, and here's what I mean about the steps. These are things he's going to do right now. He's going to schedule a test drive in that Aston Martin. He's going to pick up the phone and schedule that test drive immediately, right now. He's going to reach out to 5 best-selling authors with his top 3 questions that he has about writing his book. He's going to go to a virtual tourist or a tour guide and determine the best season and do a top 5 list of what he wants to do in Croatia. I think that gives you a good example. Again, this link is right there in the checklist. There's actually the dreamlining exercise that you can do on your own if you click this link. And so that's your homework there. And then you're going to basically write down, out of all those things, your dream Amazon goal. So what do you actually want to achieve on Amazon in the next 6 months and in the next 12 months? Write it down. Be specific. Okay. And number 3 here, we're going to begin creating your launch budget. So this is very straightforward. You're just going to go and make a copy of my launch operations calculator. This is another spreadsheet I just came up with. You're going to create a copy of this, and you're just going to focus on this first page, launch costs. And you're going to start filling these in for yourself as you go through the process of setting up your business, right? Because we want to have this template in place before we start spending money so we can track all of our money. So that's the homework there. Begin filling in that launch costs and update it as you go. Okay, so that is it for this little video walkthrough on module 1 of the checklist. Again, to recap, you are going to read the 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. You're going to determine your current budget. You're going to set concrete and specific goals, and you're going to start tracking your expenses. That's it for this video. If you'd like a copy of this checklist, feel free to check out my community. The link is in the description, and I'll see you on the next one.